The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life, no one but you yourself alone. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. Every deep thinker is more afraid of being understood than of being misunderstood. Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. A thinker sees his own actions as experiments and questions, as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. Be careful, lest in casting out your demon you exorcise the best thing in you. There are two different types of people in the world: those who want to know, and those who want to believe. One ought to hold on to one's heart, for if one lets it go, one soon loses control of the head too. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. We have art in order not to die of the truth. Art is the proper task of life. You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes? What does your conscience say? You should become the person you are. Silence is worse. All truths that are kept silent become poisonous. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. A thought, even a possibility, can shatter and transform us. Ultimately, it is the desire, not the desired, that we love. They muddy the water to make it seem deep. To predict the behavior of ordinary people in advance, you only have to assume that they will always try to escape a disagreeable situation with the smallest possible expenditure of intelligence. Is life not 1,000 times too short for us to bore ourselves? The most perfidious way of harming a cause consists of defending it deliberately with faulty arguments. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and the impossible. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. Talking much about oneself can also be a means to conceal oneself. Remorse. Never yield to remorse, but at once tell yourself, remorse would simply mean adding to the first act of stupidity a second. If you know the why, you can live anyhow. And once you are awake, you shall remain awake eternally. Man is the cruelest animal. Is it better to out-monster the monster or to be quietly devoured? Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Throw roses into the abyss and say, "Here is my thanks to the monster who didn't succeed in swallowing me alive." That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Man is something that shall be overcome. Man is a rope, tied between beast and overman, a rope over an abyss. What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not an end. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. All I need is a sheet of paper and something to write with, and then I can turn the world upside down. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit but also the spirit of his friends. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies but also to hate his friends. True, we love life, not because we are used to living, but because we are used to loving. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. There are no eternal facts, as there are no absolute truths. And once you are awake, you shall remain awake eternally. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering.